Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Edison from Lightbulb and as promised from last video, I'm going to show you how to install the 2x2 LED flat panel in a drop ceiling. Stay tuned. Okay, before we get started, let's go over a few things. I'll do this quickly so we can get to the install video. First of all, tools you'll need. Pair of wire strippers. These I like because they have pliers at the end and wire cutters. In addition, they're insulated with rubber, so that way if you cut a hot wire, you won't get shocked. Definite tool you need to keep with you. A nice sturdy Phillips screwdriver, something that you can really hit and it won't really get bent, you know, it's a nice, good quality one. And then a nice small flathead screwdriver. This one's a really great one. It's a flathead Phillips. You can switch around. Great screwdriver, always keep this with me. Comes in handy all the time. A few safety things. Please, please, please do the work with the electric off. Don't have the electric on. If you have to have the electric on, if it's no option, please be careful. Try not to get shocked. Keep those wires, wire cap, the hot wires, just really, really, really be careful. If you get shocked, please don't blame me. Ladder, please use a nice tall ladder. Don't use a swivel chair, don't use a little stool, don't be reaching up high. Get yourself a nice tall ladder that is appropriate for your install, for the height of the ceiling. If you don't have a ladder, just go to Home Depot and buy one. Their return policy is awesome. Just keep the receipt, bring it back, and they'll give you all your money back. So it's basically like them just lending you their ladder. It's a great, great policy they have. Alright, now we're going to do the unboxing. I already cut open this box. Simple, I don't need to show you guys how to do that. Pop it on out. It's nice and protected by this plastic coating, or this plastic bag. Has these little styrofoam bumpers on the corners. Take this all off. Okay, first thing you want to do is lay the panel down flat on the face. Please be sure to not scratch it because you don't want to be looking at that in your ceiling. Or if you're an electrician, it won't look like you're doing a great job if you install the fixture and it's all scratched up. Inside the box, where is it? I also saw comes with some wire nuts, which you'll need. You need about 3 wire nuts for this. Depending on what if you're this video, I'm not showing you how to install a dimmer, but if you were installing a dimmer, I believe you need 5 wire nuts, but for this one you only need 3. So you see there's the on the back we have the transformer box. We have these 4 hooks, and what these hooks are for, you pop them up, and there's a little hole in them, and what you do is you run that metal wire that hangs down from the ceiling. You run that through these metal holes, or through these holes, so that way in the event of emergency, if there's a fire and the firefighter's inside and the building's on fire, the fixtures aren't falling down onto the firefighters as they're coming through and putting out the fire. Alright, so first of all, let's take off the cover on the back of the driver box. Simple Phillips screw. It's a small screw. Be sure not to lose it. You're going to need it later. Put it somewhere. If you drop it on the carpet, good luck finding it. It's a tiny screw. Take the cover off. Inside, you'll notice some things. Come on over here and I'll show you. Alright, one more thing that I already took care of is taking out the punch out. What comes out is this little tab, and it's depending on where the electric's coming into the fixture. I'm having it come in from this side, but here's a few other punch outs. Basically all you do is you take your screwdriver and you put it on the punch out and you give it a nice firm hit. It'll come out, and then you take your pliers and then just pry it on out. Super easy, you guys can take care of that. Hey guys, so here we are up in the drop ceiling. Here's the ceiling tiles, as you can see. So what's going on up here? So we have the wires that we're going to connect to the fixture with this little Romex connector with this nut. This nut's crucial, you definitely do need this. And we have some of the wires from the safety wires. These are actually these were used for the last fixture, so someone cut them out. But here's one, and then here's 2 that we're going to connect both of them to the fixture. In addition, already up here, I like to prep myself, and so over here I put the plate for the back of the driver screwdriver, and then I have an extra wire nut for the ground wire. Don't forget your stuff on top of the drop ceiling. You know how many times I've been up in drop ceilings working on light fixtures and found other guys' tools, their pliers, their screwdrivers, their wire nuts. I have a whole toolbox full of just stuff I found up in drop ceilings. Alright, so let's get this fixture installed. Okay, it goes in the same way as a drop ceiling, you know? 2x2 drop ceiling, you just fish it on through, you know, you gotta kind of put it through diagonally. And then make sure that the box with the punch out is aligned correctly. I have the punch out going through right here, and the wires coming from here, so it lines up nice. You just gotta rotate it in place. Then you wanna pop up your tabs of the location of the safety wires. Take the safety wire, fish it through, wrap it around it to the wire, just so it holds. I don't think there's a necessary amount of time, but that's gonna hold. This one, put it on in, wrap it around, and there you go. Simple as that. Next, we wanna wire it up. So I know these aren't hot, because I turned the light switch off. There's a direct light switch that connects this, but go ahead and take off your wire caps. If it is hot, be super careful. Then take off the Romex connector nut. Fish the wires through your punch out hole all the way in. Make sure all the threads get in on the Romex connector. Take your nut, has to be the next step. You can't wire it first, and then run the wires through the nut, and then put the nut on righty tighty lefty loosey. Just rotate it clockwise till it's tight. You can make it hand tight. You don't want it to be too, you don't need it to be too tight. It's not really holding much. And then it's just like you learned in kindergarten, color coordinated. Connect whites to whites, blacks to blacks, and then the ground. So connect the black one, wrap the wire around, wrap one of the black wires around the other black wire clockwise, and then put the wire nut on clockwise. Make sure it's nice and snug, not too tight, just like plastic and metal, so it'll break if you make it too tight. Just give the wires a nice little snug pull. Just make sure that they don't come out. If they do come out, just take it apart and do it over. Wrap around clockwise, put the wire nut on, give a nice pull, they're nice and tight. So those two you want to just push down. Last one, you got to get the ground. We have the green ground from the fixture connected to just the non-insulated ground from the building. You just have to make sure they're touching, and then put the wire nut on. This one I'd say isn't as important, but it's kind of still important for ground. So this one comes out, but that's just because I don't have an insulator on the ground from the building. But just as long as it's touching, it's all good. So then you want to shove everything down, make sure it's nice and in the driver box. Then you want to put the driver cover on. Be careful because it's a little hard to get on, and also this metal's kind of sharp, but it just snaps on, just like you're putting the lid on a Tupperware. You know, you can't always find the right one, and it's kind of hard to put them on, but it'll still work. Then you take that tiny screw that I told you not to lose, and with a Phillips screwdriver, you put it in, and just like that, it's fully installed. Lastly, what I like to do is to take out another drop ceiling panel, so that way I can be up here and really have good access to the fixture. So you want to put that other drop ceiling panel back on, and then also take a nice wet cloth, maybe a little mild soap, clean off the fixture so you do a nice clean job. I always like it to look like you weren't even there, you know, just nice clean job. Lastly, put the ceiling tile back on. So we're gonna put the ceiling tile back on. Just goes up the same way a 2x2 flat panel. So thanks for watching. If you have any more questions or comments, please drop a comment in the comment box below. Go to our website, lightbulbwholesaler.com. You can buy this fixture. You can also find our email address or phone number and contact us. You can speak with me directly. If you need any more install videos or have any questions, please give me a call. Please drop a comment. Please send us an email. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Alright, moment of truth, little light. Wow, that's beautiful.